All right, class, it's good to have everyone back. So today we're going to be working on writing dialogue. And today we're going to be using the story Frindle that we've been reading in class. So when I ask you a question, since we're not together, I want you to pretend that you're giving Nick from our story your answer. All right. So what are we learning today? Today, our objective is that I want you guys to be able to use and write dialogue by the end of our lesson. And our essential question is, how would stories be different if they didn't have dialogue? So first, what is dialogue? Take a second. Have you heard of dialogue before? Have you seen it in a story that you've read before? Take a minute to think and go ahead and give your answer to Nick. Give me a thumbs up if you've heard of it before, and give me a thumbs down if you haven't. So dialogue is when you write what a character is saying using exact words. Is that what you were going to say? Give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs down. Good. So now we're going to talk a little bit more about what dialogue looks like and the parts of dialogue. So in dialogue, we have quotation marks. Some of you have probably seen quotation marks before, right? Maybe not, but I think most of us probably have. Quotation marks are what dialogue goes inside of. It tells us what is being said. See right here, I put right here, I put quotation marks in case you don't know what they look like. It tells us what's being said. Another part of dialogue is something called speech tags. And this might not be something that you have heard of before, and that's okay because we're going to talk about it. Speech tags tells you who's speaking, and they can go before, after, or even in the middle of dialogue. So let's take a look at the picture we have over here. And let's look at some examples of quotation marks and speech tags. So this picture right down here. So we can see our little quotation marks in red. They go at the beginning and at the end of what is being said. But like we said, our speech tags, like it says, Lily said, let's go to the park after school. This one is in the beginning, and it tells us Lily said that. This one says, do you want ice cream? Asked Parker. It's telling us, Peter. It's telling us that Peter asked the question, and it's at the end. And this one, this is the special one, the one that we said can be in the middle. It says, I love my new kitten, Tina said. He is so playful. And it's right in the middle. She said something, and it tells us who said it, and then she finished saying what she said. So let's take a minute to review what we just learned. So I took this right out of Frindle. So it says, Nick said, that's 3 points for me. But Janet said, I didn't fall. I saw something. Look. So I want you to take a second. Tell me, where do you see the quotations in what I just read? Take a minute. Tell Nick. I see them right here. And I see them right here. And I see some right here. And I see some right here. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Is that where you found them too? Good job. Let's see. What about dialogue? What's dialogue? Take a minute. That was a trick question. Dialogue is the whole thing. Remember, dialogue is what people are saying in the story. This is all dialogue. And our last word, speech tag. Where do you see speech tag? Take a second. I see it 2 places. I see it right here. Nick said, and I see it one more spot. Janet said. Is that where you saw it? Good job. Let's see. Ooh, another thing that's really important about dialogue is that when you're writing dialogue, it should make sense and it should be exciting to read. If your character hates bugs and they find a bug in their room, they're not going to be really excited. Do you think? No. So you might want to make them scream and yell, "Somebody come squish it!" Right? So your dialogue should make sense. All right, friends. So for the end of our lesson, I want you to do a 1-minute paper. I want you to come up with your own dialogue between you and somebody else in the class. And you're going to come up with your own word for pen, kind of like they did in Frindle, but you cannot use the word Frindle. Okay, come up with your own word and write your own dialogue between you and somebody else in the class. I'm really excited to hear what you came up with. Goodbye.